Twitch ain't working, but YouTube is. right. Welcome back to Tuesday Tezday. I'm Blanks, here with my co-host Kryptonio. Each week we catch you up on what's happening across Tezos and the projects shaping it. This week we're keeping things open for a community call.
Yeah, there seems to be some echo, but we'll fix it. Yeah. Probably from the attempt that Blanks is trying to stream. Growing pains, but that's fine. Blanks, as soon as you're ready, you can get back to rolling. In the meantime, I'm so glad to see Ryan, Techmental, Dope AI, Mama, and Azat in the room already.
All right, I think I fixed it. I think we're good.
Ooh, yeah, you sound crispy clear now.
Are we good now? All right. So we got no guest list or fixed plan, just a space for builders, bakers, artists, and collectors to share what they've been working on. There's been a lot happening on Tezos and Etherlink recently, from new tools going live to more builders experimenting in public. If you've been building, minting, or just keeping an eye on things, pull up and join the conversation. All right, before we open things up to the community, let's catch up on what's been moving across Tezos this week. Before we open the floor, let's run through a few updates that caught my eye. One's about the culture side of Tezos, the other is about what's coming next on the tech front. Share the art, not the chart. Yoshi is back with a new piece on news.tezoscommons.org that makes a case for bringing the soul back into digital art. Instead of chasing charts, he calls on us to revive a street team culture like the mixtape days, where people share art out of love, not for likes or flips. The article reframes NFTs not as a genre, but a medium like vinyl or film, capable of holding any style of work. It also highlights how early collectors and passionate fans play a bigger role than they realize, creating value by sharing, amplifying, and building meaning around art. If you're feeling burnt out by speculation, this one's a reset. A reminder that when you share what moves you, that's what makes the whole space worth it. Full read is live now over at news.tezoscommons.org. From bringing the heart back into digital art to pushing the limits of scaling, the second piece this week looks at where Tezos is heading technically. Tezlink and the future of Tezos X. This week on spotlight.tezos.com, Kryptonio unpacks the role of Tezlink, the Tezos native runtime set to launch alongside Etherlink within the canonical rollup. Originally introduced as the Michelson rollup, Tezlink will support SmartPi, LIGO, and Michelson development natively inside the Tezos X scaling architecture. It's not a sidechain or separate environment. It's a full runtime within the same rollup that powers Etherlink, meaning contracts on Tezlink and Etherlink will be able to talk to each other. That composability is key. It also means Tez native developers won't have to choose between performance and familiarity. Tezlink brings low latency scaling, composable interaction, and seamless support for Tezos native tools and wallets, while still benefiting from shared liquidity and infrastructure. The full write-up explains how Tezlink fits into the modular feature of Tezos X and why the L1 still plays a critical role as the network's anchor. Head over to spotlight.tezos.com to read it. A lot to keep up with, and that's exactly why Tezos Commons puts out resources to help. If you're trying to keep up with everything happening on Tezos, the baking sheet makes it easy. It's a short weekly email that covers the biggest project updates and community moves. No filler, just what's worth knowing. You can sign up at bakingsheet.tezoscommons.org. And a quick heads up about the Tezos Community Rewards nominations for this month are open, and the September winners have been announced. Here's how to make your nominations count. You've got two options. First, go to tezoscommons.org/rewards and fill out the short form. Second, post on social media using hashtag TezosCRP. That's the tag we track. Just hashtag CRP won't work. If you're tagging someone's post, that's all you need to do. But if you're making your own post, like a list of names, be sure to add a quick note about what each person did. That context helps us properly review each nomination. So again, use the form or tag hashtag TezosCRP with your reasons. That's how we make sure recognition goes to real contributions, not just popularity. Well, that covers this week's headlines and a few ways to stay plugged in. Now it is your turn. If you've got a project update, a new drop, or just something you've noticed lately, request the mic and share it. Let's see what the community has been working on. Kryptonio, how the heck are you? It's been a moment.
Hey, I'm doing good, man. What about you?
Doing well. We're experimenting with streaming to YouTube right now, so we'll see how that works. Just playing around.
Yeah, that's cool. The more, the better.
Right, just kind of get it out there. We'll see. I'm probably the only one watching, but that's fine, you know?
That's fine. You're the only one now.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's a community call. So I'd like to see people coming up, and we do have a bunch of topics to talk about. But again, the more the better. The more people that come up, the more we can touch on these topics as well.
Right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start inviting people who probably have things they want to share. They don't have to come up, you know. Dude, I sent the invite. Andy requested at the same time. Great minds. Add you. All right. Welcome to the stage, Tez Tones. Welcome to the stage, Wise. How the heck are you guys?
Yeah, I'm well, man. How have you been? Both you and Kryptonian.
Doing great.
Doing good. Doing well. Flying, when I should be crawling. So it's fun. Hopefully we don't crash.
Hey, you get a call first before you run, and then you fly. So just as long as it's not over a bridge.
And all with a cold, right? That's the best way to do it.
Yikes. I hope you feel better, man. I really do.
I feel great. You can tell, can't you? I sound amazing. No, I'm doing fine.
I hear like various sounds of hesitation and then a pause and have to reevaluate my situation.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Hash Brown, how the heck are you, sir? Welcome.
You gotta cry before you can. Oh, wait, what are we saying? I'm doing good. Grateful to be here. Hope everyone's having a good day.
Yes, the old adage, if at first you stub your toe, then it's just a normal day.
Yes, my dog did come home after the last space, so that is a good update in life.
Oh, right on. Congratulations. It's always good to have family come home.
Bridget.
All right. Well, why don't we get started? Why don't you go ahead and break the ice for us? What is going on in your neck of the woods? Anything special? Did you break object? How did the AWS thing handle everything? How much of that was, your fault?
No, none, first of all, because, we're just, the devs are that good. That's how object devs sort of operate for Simonal. We didn't have any any impact at all. I had a few issues with Temple here and there, but other than that, everything's been smooth sailing. And you can even check the status if anyone is sort of wondering if object is up and down. You can simply just click the status and it'll give you sort of a report of the servers and everything that encompasses it. As for us, and one of the reasons why I joined the space too, aside from hearing your lovely voice, Blanks, we've just recently introduced object support. So no more Discord. Because I know people...
What? Yeah? What? No more Discord object support? What?
Yeah. There is to get support of any kind. If you've got like any questions, if your account is being restricted, if you're having any technical issues on the site, all you really have to do is just click on the support icon, which is on the front page. You just need to click your profile, and it's pretty much like at the bottom, but you should be able to see it. Fill out a form with the inquiry, and we should be able to get back to you within 24 hours or so. And that way it's more streamlined and it's just easier for everybody. And in terms of like the response, how the user is going to get it, it's just going to be sent to your email. So when you fill out the form, it's obviously going to include the basic information, what the inquiry is, the profile, and also your email address as well. So that's what makes it better. At least the service is catered just to you, which is hopefully better for the users, and no more craziness in the Discord, considering that what I've encountered is a lot more people are Discord phobic. And in terms of communication, it's a little bit fragmented. So most of the support really ranges from my DMs to object DMs to, and then the Discord. So everything is in unison. So that's just makes
That
it better.
sounds like a big load off your shoulders. Are you? Do you think this will be affecting your mind state and your maybe outlook at all?
I don't know. Because we've just recently launched it, right? Like yesterday. I do see, because I'm still being tagged, right? And things are still coming, considering it's the first few days. It's the expectation. And we'll see. But the main thing is, don't worry about me, just focus on what the person wants. It's a lot faster because I'm daytime, they're nighttime. When it's my nighttime, they're daytime. So the response, as amazing as it is with me and the rest of the object staff, it's just easier and faster. And because it keeps everything in like one place too, so it's not fragmented. And yeah, if anyone's got like any inquiries about it, or if they don't want to divulge their email address, that's okay. But that means you won't be able to use the support form. You can still DM me and I'll respond. And I'm kind of I will likely continue to do it for like about maybe a week or two, just till people are like kind of like weaned off, because too much access is not a good thing.
I agree.
So yeah. But
all right, and
I'm really
that's all
happy this is
in
going.
app, right? The support's all in app, or is it a separate, like, is it a separate site?
No, so like you basically click the support icon, right? Like from the on your profile, and then it just you'll still stay on the page. It's not gonna get you like to open a new tab or whatever. So everything is all like in one go. And that's what makes it a little bit better. And also,
then it sends
less
you a
scammers.
DM. So you fill it out there, and then it'll send you a DM from there.
No, it doesn't send you like a DM. It's just think of it as like a normal form.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, because it scared me. Sorry.
Sorry, no, that was a bad joke. I apologize.
Okay.
I'm over here dying.
DM anxiety, man. But as I mentioned, I do think this is probably like the best thing to happen at the moment, and hopefully people get to use it. And if there's something you don't like, as always, we're open to feedback, and that's really fucking cool. And I really appreciate the object devs for like sort of like doing this in such a in short periods of time. So that's what makes them so amazing. And the other thing is that we've just recently launched our newsletter, and it just basically keeps you like up to date with everything object related, whether it's like drops, whether it's like features, whether it's like collector interviews and stuff like that. New events as well that are currently happening or will happen in the future. And if you want to stay up to date, please sign up. It takes like 2 seconds, and that's what makes it kind of cool. So yeah. And we've got like a few exhibitions kind of coming up, and it's amazing. So yeah, keep an eye out, all the object account, all that stuff. And we've got the Friday space.
Yeah, how are your Friday spaces going, by the way? I know you do that. We need more self-promotion. Come on, even more.
Oh God. It's been like 3 spaces in total now, and it's really kind of, as a person who hasn't been doing spaces in a really long time, right? It's happening, right? It's happening at a pace that I'm that I'm kind of comfortable with. But these spaces are pretty much like for everything and anything. So they do range from like community announcements, from like object stuff, from like interviews and stuff like that. So it's not just like from interesting topics that I want to hear from the community members as well. So it's not just like confined to like, hey, it's an open space for everything. It's everything that has to do with object and the Tezos community. And yeah, we had like some really amazing people show up, and that's really cool. The previous space was with Stroke Driven. She is the CEO and founder of the Tezos Artist Network. And yeah, that went really well. Had a really fun conversation with her, and yeah. And at the moment, I've been kind of like running sort of like this promo, which I really should have kind of advertised a little bit better. But yeah, so for the next couple of weeks, joining in spaces, there'll be kind of like a free giveaway here and there. So tune in, listen to the space, retweet it for like so it reaches more people, and chances are you'll be in the running of like getting an object merch. So yeah, and I'm trying to think of like a topic for this week because my brain is like so fried, I can't think of one.
You can't think of a topic.
I just can't. Like I really can't.
Clearly, it's going to be like recipes involving Vegemite, right?
Oh my god, Vegemite. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, that's salty
Isn't the
goodness.
Art on Berlin coming for like in 2 weeks or so? Maybe you could.
Yeah.
Oh, you
But,
could
that.
talk about that.
Yeah, but that's the chances are it's going to be its own separate space.
Yeah,
That's the
makes sense.
thing. So yeah,
Yeah,
like these sort of like spaces are kind of similar to like Tezos Commons. It's just one, checking community temperature, and two, like topics that kind of range with everything that we find, well, people find interesting.
You know,
I
you
think.
could probably talk about your new support system.
Yeah, I had that idea, but chances are it's going to be like a 10 to 15-minute thing because people are less hesitant to come up and like ask questions. So it's going to be mostly me talking, and I get exhausted after like 20 minutes because it's not a lecture. So
Well, make sure that people know they have to come up on stage and interact, or they can't get that really nice swag.
I don't like putting people like under pressure. I just don't.
Except for you force us up on stage when you don't want to talk anymore, right?
I didn't press the button. I'm like, hey, you're like a talker, Blanks. So I'm
That's
pretty
true. I am a
sure.
talker.
Yeah, you are a talker. We all know the talkers. We identify them. We go with them. We chat with them.
Ryan's a talker. You know who else is a talker? Surprise me. Tech Mental. Welcome to the stage. Hello.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I guess I misspoke. He might not be a talker.
Funny. I'm like, no, not right now.
Ah, I got him.
Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, for sure. I just wanted to acknowledge you, say hello. We're going to go to Hash Brown real quick. Interrupt Wise. Wise is telling us she doesn't want to talk anymore, you know. Appreciate you, man. Sorry, Wise, for making you talk so much. My bad.
Oh, piss off. Piss right off.
Hash
Yeah,
Brown.
I'm feeling sorry for you.
Here's another idea. You could make it like a brainstorm session, calling artists to share ideas they would like to see implemented in the ecosystem, maybe about tools and stuff, not specifically for object, you know, but in general, like maybe some sort of tools they would like to see or something.
It's the
Like
same problem. It's genuinely the same problem. I think people are comfortable sort of like posting, and that's pretty much how we get like most of the stuff, right? Whether it's like ideas or like requests and stuff like that. Most of it is like through people sort of like requesting on the timeline and just tagging, and people kind of like talking about it. So I'm like that weird person that just does like the hashtag object and like looks through the timeline to see what interesting topics kind of like pop up. But most likely this Saturday is going to be about the support system, and I'm going to put it out to everybody else that if they have like any questions about it, I can just answer it in a space. But yeah, Hash Brown.
Saturday or Friday?
Sorry, it's Saturday's my time, so it'll be Friday your time. Time zone.
Hash Brown.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
So
tell us what's been going on, man. I mean, I've been sneaking in.
Yeah,
But
we
that's
are
my personal like peak.
we are
Share.
technically just over halfway through the entire Tez 10 season. We finished our 16th match, but 4 of those were preseason. We have 31 matches total. We have a bunch of. I need to do the math. I think we might have more South American artists, specifically Argentinian, than like any other country, which is interesting. We're bilingual. We're speaking a lot of Spanish lately. Have a lot of dope artists join us. Been working on some live graphic animations, having Rocio from Bosque Gracias helping co-commentate. So been working on that. We launched a fantasy league this season where you had to own a player card NFT of the artist to then draft them to your fantasy team, and then you get points based off whether they win or lose in their live matches. Yeah, just been super grateful. People been tuning in, giving us feedback, support, voting for the matches. I think one match we had like around 100 votes. One of these last weekend matches we had like 70 votes in the match. So, a lot of people participating, joining us. It's been fun. Honestly, it's just been fun. Like I forget because it's stressful organizing everything that I actually just love what we're doing and meeting new artists and getting to see and share artistic processes. So yeah, anyone who wants to support, you can pick up some NFTs, some player cards or that, or just go subscribe on YouTube, watch our matches. I'm going to start doing something where with Nightbot, which is a bot we have for our chat, you can do giveaways. So I think what we'll do is have an active chatter giveaway. So every time someone, sends a message in our live chat I think it should be across platform, YouTube or Twitter, but specifically YouTube should work for sure. We'll do a giveaway of probably a player card, maybe a piece. So if that maybe helps incentivize people to come join and chat and say what's up, we'd just love to see some more faces because we're inching our way closer and closer towards getting monetized on those platforms to have some supplemental income for our league. And yeah, just been having fun.
Now, this is pretty close to what I remember you chatting about, really like a year ago. This is pretty close to a vision of where you wanted to be. And at the time, it was, I sensed from you a fear of not knowing how. It was wild. But you were like, I'm doing this. It's going to happen no matter what. I know that it's possible. I know that there are things out there that can make this happen. I see other people doing something similar, so I think I can do it. And it was, dude, you're so inspiring for that. So I just want to say thank you. That was.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely wasn't even fully like, I know it's possible. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's possible, right? I mean, if those guys are doing it, we can do it, right? What separates us? So yeah, I appreciate that. A lot of it's been by the seat of our pants and figuring it out as we go, but our motto, which maybe isn't the best thing to say forward facing, but it's our motto anyway, is fail quicker. Try things. If they fail and break, great, you can fix it and then make it work better. So it's been fun. We've been failing, but we've actually been succeeding more than we've been failing. And it's a good feeling, I'll tell you that.
Well, also, too, you set up a really safe place to fail. I think a lot of people don't understand how important it is to have like a fail-safe place. And it's okay to make the mistakes and it's okay to grow and learn. We're so conditioned to have that right answer immediately without thinking and never correct it because we're always right. But I guess that just might be projecting from the people who taught us. But my goodness, man. Yeah. You've created quite an environment. I'm very impressed.
I've actually thought about that, and it's like in a weird way, in my mind, this can, and don't get me wrong, I think will be if we just stick to it. It's been getting like incrementally better every year, but part of me is like, it should have been bigger, quicker. We should be more. It's actually, I've been really just like meditating on how grateful I am that if it was way bigger, quicker, if we did have say hundreds or thousands, which by the way, we might actually be. Last I checked, we were at 99 users on our app, which is insane because it's something I've just vibe coded. So we might be actually at 100. So we might be on our way to hundreds. Anyway, point being is that it's like it's amazing to have something that's this like low pressure and people understand that I'm trying my best and I'm kind of vibe coding it. And if it breaks, it's like just send me some feedback and we'll give you some in-app tokens. And we have 100 users officially. Shout out our last person who signed up, which I probably should have doxed people's names. Oh, is in the space. It was Kryptonio. Shout out Kryptonio.
I was waiting for it.
Hey, I don't know. I'm trying to not do that to people, but And honestly, that's what's been really cool is because I can filter by date and just seeing like some of the homies who, they've been around and been watching and supporting, but seeing people actually like make the step to sign up for the app and like join us in this little ecosystem. It's been really cool to just know like, hey, thanks for joining our little world over here,
Well,
And that being
absolutely,
said,
man.
if you do then vote or you refer someone
Oh
and
yeah,
they
I actually I did sign up in the app just to be able to vote because I wanted to vote and I couldn't. So I also connected my wallet and it immediately, searched for the NFTs I have collected from test storms and stuff, and I got a bunch of points. So I'm almost not a rookie anymore.
Yeah, you got
Uh,
experience. But I see. Also, looks like you got a token from voting. So yeah, if you vote on matches, you get a little in-app token. Then you can. Oh wait, no, you haven't yet. Not yet. Sorry, that was the one.
no,
beneath
no,
you.
no. I only have a patron and a collector.
But okay,
But
beautiful. But once you vote, well, it should have worked. Let me know if it didn't work actually, and if so, then I will give you tokens for finding a
I
bug.
haven't. No, no, I haven't voted yet.
Okay,
I
okay,
was just about to. Yeah, yeah.
great. Well, yeah, there should be a system working, which I'm like really having fun with, where you get experience points and you get an in-app token for voting, and you can level up and get different achievements, which has amazing art icons by Tito.png, like awesome artists.
As
Yeah.
sorry for interrupting, but I think uh, it's kind of wrong that we are chatting about the app and everything, and we haven't even mentioned the website testons.com.
Testons.com.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
thank you,
everybody. Yeah,
thank you, thank you, thank you.
yeah. Check it out.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. We're working on that and trying to give little incentives and stuff. And the token, for anyone who's interested, it's not a blockchain token. It's just an in-app token, just a number in a data sheet. But then if you send it in, we have redemptions for like 4 tokens, gets you a player card. If you refer someone successfully and they sign up with your referral code that's in your profile, you get 3 tokens. So ways to help us, help you, just kind of have fun. We don't have a ton of funds, but we can give you serotonin. We can give you little tokens. We can give you experience points. Just trying to make a game of it, because that's all we really can do at this point in some ways. But that's going to what I was saying, and I'll end here because I've been talking longer than I meant to. But it's something I've been really grateful for, that we have a good level of success to test this, and the community that's really enjoying it, but not such a high level that if something breaks, it's like the end of the world, because it's just this beautiful middle point that in theory could be frustrating if I was looking at it the wrong way, but I've been like trying to focus a lot more on the gratitude of like, yeah, it's a low pressure environment to do some fun stuff, and I'm able to make a platform for just me and my friends and the homies, and it's so cool to be able to build this and have these tools and just make what we need.
Now, tell me again, like, how many years did you go to school for computer science, computer engineering? How long did you study that?
Yeah, none. I did go to school for audio production. Interestingly, is the degree I did get. Well, I got a minors in Africana Studies. Also, shout out SF State, first ever ethnic studies department in the United States. Let's go. But my main major was BECA, which is Broadcast Electronic Communication Arts, and my focus was the audio production side. Like in studio, we learned to record on tape and mix and master on a Neve console, like really cool stuff. But one of the classes I had to take was broadcast, and it was like actually you were like on the floor with the cameras, and you were up in the booth, and you had the person doing like the lower thirds and the titles and the switching cameras. And the thing that's interesting is that's actually really, really useful for doing these broadcasts now, because it's like I'm essentially become kind of like a television producer, and I know at least what all of that is and how it all works based off the broadcast stuff. So in a weird way, I am using some of my degree more than I expected, but definitely not a dev. Shout out AI for the help with all of that.
That's pretty awesome. Well, I sure do appreciate your attitude, man, your hard work, your ethic. It's awesome, man. And it's inspiring. It has inspired me to do a lot of things that I definitely would not have. The take a step forward into the void and hope the fall doesn't hurt too bad is terrifying the first few times. Starts getting fun though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean the void's there anyway, so might as well start playing around, a little hopscotch.
Yeah, it's funny when it turns left and you go right though. But anyway, man, thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate you. I know we made you talk way too much, just like Wise, but that's what we do around here. Malicious Sheep has joined us. I'd never got to say hello when she joined us. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. I hope you are all very well.
Oh, doing fantastic, but I'll get better. How are you?
I'm good. Plucking away at a million things, as per usual. Slowly but surely recovering from the chest infection that I got. But we're working at it. We're working at it. Mhm.
I don't hear too much rattles, so you must have gotten ahead of it.
Is we still got 2 months to go. Don't worry. Yeah, it takes a while.
Well, we do have Tech Metal back on the stage, but I'm going to put him last because he doesn't want to talk as much as Hash or Wise. So we'll go to you. What have you got going on? Anything special? I mean, I know you do spaces. You do a lot of them. You're busy.
Yes. Many spaces, 3 times a week, and then in addition to that, now we have 5 spaces a month. Halloween is going to be fun because we have karaoke ecstasy at 8 p.m. on the final Friday, which happens to be Halloween. So bring your spooky songs and sing your little heart out with us. It'll be a lot of fun. Also working on, well, firstly, all the spaces. If you want to find out more information about that, you can check my pin tweet. It's there. There's a lot of them. Working on the Berlin exhibition with Art on Tezos through Taya. Many moving parts. It's coming along. We're getting there. We have the curated cohort of artists who we have been slow drip presenting over the past week or so, and we will continue until the end of the month. And then there will be an announcement for the curated selection of artists from the open call, which will also be coming before the end of the month, hopefully. And then all of the activities taking place in Berlin from the 6th to the 9th for this exhibition. And Taya's in particular is Unique Ingredients, which is fun. What else do I got going on? Too many things. I am also going to be streaming on Twitch this evening at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time with Tantan. We're going to be playing Peak. So if anybody wants to watch us play Peak, you can check out Tantan's Reality on Twitch. What else am I doing? Too many things. I'm doing some stuff on Bitcoin. I'm doing some stuff in Tezos, as per usual. So many wonderful events, lots of Halloween themed things, as Tezos community tends to love the spooky theme. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something else, but that's where I'm at right now.
You're a busy lady. I'm impressed. I don't know how you stay so active with. I don't know, man. That's just tough. That's a lot going on. How do you do it?
I don't have transit. That's what I like to say. I don't have to do transit. I don't have to go anywhere. So I can plan my day how I like. And so I don't get interrupted by much. So I can get into the flow of things. But yeah, it's
So
good.
you're not spending like 1/24th of your day in traffic every day?
Exactly. My traffic is the squirrels that come by. I get to watch them. I don't even have to be in it. I just watch them go across the tree branches. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a collision. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Somebody
what is
wasn't
so
paying attention.
fascinating about critters playing with their nuts?
Smooth. Around here, they're mostly berry hunters. There's not many nut-bearing trees around here, but yeah, they're cool. We have melanated squirrels here. They are all black and gorgeous, and they're easy to spot in the wintertime, especially. But they're beautiful. They are the melanated genetic variant of the gray squirrel, and they are like midnight, a shadow. They are beautiful and majestic, and I love them
Sounds
so much.
really cool, actually.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right
And
on.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So nothing else then? I mean, that was kind of a list. You said you forgot something. What'd you forget?
I don't know. There's too many things. I feel
Well,
like I am.
if you want
Oh,
in on
I'm
the
doing
action,
art.
follow this one because she's doing a lot.
I do art on occasion.
Oh yeah, I heard you're an
Minting on it.
artist. I heard maybe do you do like you take little pictures, those little pictures, you know?
Yes, I do of the natures. Yeah, some lichens, some fungi, some plants, some animals, all that good stuff. But yeah, I have minted a few things on chain. You can find that on my object profile or on Zero Unbound. And I also minted a small series, which is called Weight of Scale, and it is of butterfly wings with associated poetry for the Tezos for Humanity fundraiser, which is organized by First Rain. It's in its 3rd year. Folks can still participate until the 31st. So if you haven't minted yet, you certainly can. The rules about it you can find on First Rain's account. It's pinned up top on her profile. And it's fabulous. It's like anybody who participates gets to vote on where the funds go at the end too, which is also very cool. So you can even suggest your own charity, but there's a broad range. There's charities for women, for children, for disabled folk, all sorts. Health, wellness, all the good things. And I'm very excited about it. So some of my pieces so far, there's still some available if anybody wants some. Proceeds go, I think I have it set at 50%. I think that's true. 50% of the proceeds, at the very least, of my pieces will be going to the fundraiser. So if anybody wants to grab some, you can. They're available on Teo and on Object. But, as community organizer for Teo, I like to promote it on occasion, just every once in a while. Also, Wise, I loved that space that we did about. I know the topic was, and it went too long. You wanted it to be half an hour, but I did really enjoy it. Face. she's like, it's gonna be half an hour, and I couldn't break it to her. I was like, no, I'll let her live in her delusion for now.
No. You need to break it to me beforehand.
The
I want
nature
the
of
bad news first.
It was an hour and a half.
yeah, the nature of space is they got to go at least an hour, and then you've got your base audience. Then you could start the show. So yeah, you went a half hour.
Oh my god! I think oh my god! Don't get me started. But for those that are wondering what we're talking about, so both Mel and I, did a space on community guidelines that ranges around like copy minting, wash trading, copyright issues, between like both sister platforms, and it was a really in-depth conversation. One, just sort of like seeing how both marketplaces kind of go about it, but two, kind of explaining what it is. And it was fun. I got DMs after that space because people had no idea what we actually do behind the scenes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like,
okay, that's what we need.
People had no idea, like the stuff we were talking about. Like, they had an idea, obviously, like what the terms meant, but just the process that goes behind it. And we haven't even kind of gone too much into like what we have to do, like how long accounts take to check, what stuff we use. Because if we say that, then chances are the bad actors will try to game the system. So I got DMs, like I think I got like 4 or 5 DMs just from that day alone. One apologizing, which is I'm like, why do you have to apologize? Just really, it was really. I'm like, okay. And two, just like what they can do to avoid it. And I've got like people also like a few days after they started like DM like, is this copyright? Is this like copy minting? What do you think this is? What's the cutoff? I'm like, okay. So clearly we terrified them, so they don't do it.
This is good. This is good.
Like, I like that. I like that approach. If you're that terrified of minting, you shouldn't be minting in the first place.
You put care and attention and intention into your work. This
exactly.
is what we want, right?
I kid you not. One account, 4 different tokens. I'm like, what about this? What about this? Is this okay? Is this like the cutoff? Are we okay with it? Or should I change anything about it? I'm like, I'm glad that we scared you. I really am. Didn't mean
it's
to.
good because then they'll be able to tell folks that that's total Tezos is grassroots communication about stuff, right? And if somebody's asking a question, and like this is why I say there's no such thing as a dumb question. I don't
That's not true.
think it's possible. No, because if somebody's asking, it means they don't know, and it means it's the time that they want to learn. So if anybody has questions, you can send them to me. I'm happy to take some of that off of Wise because I like looking at pictures. And I
Me,
will
I'm
be
like,
blunt.
if you think I'm bad, and I want to be very clear about this because I think there's like misconception that I'm the tough one. I am really not. I am soft and gooey. This
Yes, she
one,
is.
on the
She's
other
soft and
hand,
gooey. I
is
am rigid.
a monster. A monster. So
In the nicest way.
in the nicest way, when it comes to like certain like breaking guidelines and stuff, I'm like, the first time like, okay, I can see your point. I will give you like the benefit of the doubt. Second time, like, no. But her, absolutely not. Not even no budging.
No
No
budging.
budging.
It will be
None.
removed until it's corrected. That's
Mm.
it. Yeah.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I really would. Because I do think, one, because it's part of our guidelines as well, educating the user and just kind of making sure that they really understand it so they don't repeat the same mistake again. But as I've noticed, as of late, that has been, people tend to abuse that. So, yeah. Maybe it's not a bad idea taking like Mal's approach. So
I think it's important to do the education as well. Like that's one of the main things that we do when we set that restriction on Taya is to bring folks in, because it's like sometimes we're just doing it because we see that you've done a whole bunch of photosensitive pieces and you haven't been tagging, and we want you to come in so we can talk to you, have a sit down. But yeah, it's like education is very important because, of course, not everybody's going to know. We've got people of all ages, all skill sets, all education backgrounds within our lovely ecosystem. So not everybody is going to know necessarily about all of the minutia and the legalese that is international law that you and I, as folks who do this work, have to keep in mind. So the more that we can educate, the better. But yeah, I am very, very rigid when it comes to the rules. I will
and
provide room, but until the thing is corrected, you will be restricted.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
So Mal is like the blockchain then.
Yeah, kind of is. You will never forget.
The blockchain, what?
You're like the blockchain. You're immutable. I mean, obviously you can make edits.
Oh, I
yeah.
got
Mal is Tezos.
There is consequence for every action, albeit maybe small or absolutely insurmountable, but there are consequences. And reality seems to have forgotten that. That's what Mal's saying.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
and I
like,
take it the same way with the copy minting as I do with like photosensitive and not safe for work. If there is something that is not tagged and it caused somebody to have an epileptic seizure and they fall off their desk and hit their head, like that's something serious. And so we're going to take all of it just as seriously. And just because there's an outcome that's health related versus an outcome that is like permissions or IP related, all within the realms of artists' rights and health and safety, because it also incorporates mental health. And we don't want to be causing harm to somebody who hasn't even explored Tezos. And the first thing that they get to do when they come into the ecosystem is fight somebody who has stolen their work off of Instagram. That's not great. We should be doing better for onboarding than that. Right? So, yeah.
But just both her and I just want to summarize by saying it's never personal. It's just something we have to follow for the sake of community safety and also to get rid of bad actors or to educate bad actors. If they take that education or not, it's entirely up to them.
Exactly.
If you're unsure, I feel like I keep on saying the same thing over and over again, but I have to because I'm genuinely
it's good to reiterate.
Exactly. If you're unsure or if you're onboarding like an artist or anything like that, I highly, highly recommend just passing them like the link to the guidelines from both Taya and Object, just so they know what to do or what not to do before minting. It's a really simple process. It takes like 2 minutes, explaining very simple terms. And if you're unsure about anything, just either tag us or DM us. I don't know, whichever you're comfortable with, and we're happy to have that conversation if need be. Heck, I'm even more than happy to hop on a call with you. That's how special you are. So, but yeah,
exactly. And you can find Taya's guidelines at wiki.taya.art in case you're looking for them, and all of the documentation really. find it all there. But as I said, we're here for community safety, and we definitely do need danger pay. The things we have seen.
Yeah, I don't. I appreciate what you're doing. I don't want to do what you're doing. Thank you. Thank you for doing it so that I don't have to. You guys are amazing. Tech Metal, are you ready to chat with me, or did I steal your thunder and your fire?
No, yeah, no, yeah.
All right.
Everything's
So
great.
moving on.
I,
No, I'm kidding.
I love listening to the my little big sisters just just slamming their rulers on the table on the desks. But yeah, I love
How do your
everything
knuckles
what they're-
feel? Do you feel like you've learned your lesson?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. No, listen, all the following art has been photosensor um, tagged correctly. So to all my peoples, it's gonna be okay. But I think, yeah, I think they definitely have a point. Everyone has their own kind of way of interpreting art at their own process. And, we want everybody to be exposed to art and music in the way they feel fit. So I think those are all very important stuff. There's so much stuff that was talked about that I kept on wanting to say something about. But like, for instance, Hash and everything they're doing over there in Tezos, and that whole thing, it's like that's amazing. I mean, one thing is creating your own little shadows, but creating online and real time and stuff like that, game show style, that thing is so dope and it's so ahead of the curve. And I do see that confidence, that kind of producer, like, all right, let's split screen and see what Becca's doing over here. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks like it's almost art. Yeah, awesome. We'll get back to you. And that's pretty cool. Like a lot of confidence, showing a lot of confidence, and it's so like it's very cool to see. One day I'll have the confidence to get on that show and do what I do. But totally dope.
You got to get
Everybody,
in. Just do it. Just like do it
yeah,
under
I know, I
like
know. I
another
at least
artist
want to.
name. Just like pretend to be somebody else. Do it under like
Oh man,
you know
I
what I
got
mean?
like 8 of those guys, but I don't want to talk about that right now. But anyways, yeah, and Kryptonium and everybody else who's on here, I see Stoke. Thanks for everything you do with the Tez Art Network and pushing everybody every day. That's pretty dope what you do over there. But real quick, I think I got like what 5-6 minutes to just splat. So here we go. I want to give a shout out to the Digital Art Salon, the guys over at Visceral Glitch that kind of did that 31 kind of spooky themes. I think we're at what 21 or 22 right now. They're also having a physical digital art exhibition in Brooklyn, New York, with a lot of those same artists. I happen to be, I guess it was a glitch in the system because they selected me as one of those artists, which is pretty cool. I pinned it on top, and which is a derivative of simulation reality, which is on Taya. Shout out to Taya Art. I love it over there. Taya Cafe, and the music and the whole nine is pretty fresh. But yeah, I pinned it on top. Please support everybody. There's, I believe, 31 artists that were selected, and they will be displayed digitally in a physical form in Brooklyn, actually tomorrow between 6 and 9 p.m. If you happen to be in that area, please show up. That is super cool. Apart from that, just a heads up, if you happen to be in South Florida and Miami area, in the next couple of weeks, also exhibiting at the North American Blockchain Conference. It's usually done in Toronto, but it's also going to be done just a couple of miles here north of Miami in Hollywood at the Hard Rock Cafe Guitar Hotel, which is pretty cool spot to throw. Blockchain conference is also going to be exhibited digital art. I'm going to have some augmented reality exhibited there. That's November. So moving on to December, we have NFT Week / Art Basel. So since about 2017, 2018, the digital art scheme has really taken a big bite out of Art Basel, at least here in Miami. Every year, I see it's getting bigger and bigger, and and you can tell when they start sending cease and desist on using Art Basel on certain materials. It's like, okay, no problem, you know. But definitely, if I'm going to be participating, not so much as a curator this year, but with Bid Basel, I'm doing my own kind of stuff, and that's usually the first week of December on Miami Beach. And last year I had a couple of like screens exhibiting different how should I say, virtual worlds from on cyber and spatial that had to do with my collection of Tezo artists. So this year, I've been working. If I've sent you emails or DMs or letters or pigeon with a scroll tied to it, it's just because I'm trying to get as much support as I can. I'm really trying to get Tezo artists and Tezo installations, activations, protocols within these kind of events, which I don't see a lot of, whether it's a little Tez pole or maybe a monitor or a projector somewhere. What if you have an idea for something, and you have that type of energy that you want to work together? We're still about a month and a couple of days out. Definitely hit me up if you have any ideas. If you have any type of really anything, I'll take at this point because pretty much it's on my own. But every year I try to bring any type um, of Tezos content in there. Again, whether it's a protocol, whether it's Tez domains or Taya, music, art, whatever it is. Let me know if you have any ideas. If you're not doing anything else by the end of the year and you would like to throw your efforts this way, I'd really appreciate that. And I don't know. I don't know if you had any questions or anything, but that was me kind of talking for a long
So
time.
what is Art Basel like, man, on boots on the ground?
Okay, so really quick, and shout out to Wise watching the sun probably come up in a couple of minutes where she's at. But Art Basel is, it's always been this kind of local little thing for me, and for all intent purposes, Art Basel has been around for over 50 years, right? In Basel, Switzerland. But in Miami, it actually started in 2001, right? And they actually got postponed that first year, and the first year was actually 2002. I was on the design team, the web design team for creating their whole interface and merchant account here in Miami back then. And every year it gets bigger. But that one year we had Iggy Pop perform on the sand. Back then, all it was really like, imagine like train containers, right? Like 18-wheeler containers thrown on the sand like that. And they had actual activation inside with projectors and mechanical stuff, and then it would lead you to like kind of a boardwalk where you would go into a gallery of a hotel, and then you had some other stuff art there. It actually had digital art from the beginning. It was never highlighted, but there was. But a lot of physical art, right? Activation, stuff like that. And every year it gets a little bigger, and here we are. I want to say what 24 years almost. And later, and it's huge, right? Now it's off of Miami Beach. It's everybody throws an art. It seems that everybody throws an Art Basel party in Miami, which obviously they're throwing it during Art Basel, adjacent Art Basel, because Art Basel only happens at the Miami Beach Convention Center. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. It doesn't matter what it is. It only happens in there. Everything outside of the convention center is adjacent. So it's either Miami Art Week, or what I'd like to support since about 2018 is Bit Basel. You can look up bitbasel.miami. And these are some homegrown group, and they've brought the education from blockchain, of the digital art, from crypto art, and just kind of chain agnostic, and just trying to bring everybody together to really bring all the efforts together, and they exhibit it, whether it's the art. They have stages like TED Talks and stuff like that during that week. So it usually happens for the last 5 years. It's happened at the Sagamore Hotel on Miami Beach, one of the oldest, at least for Miami, about 1940s original Art Deco hotel. So last year we took up the entire lobby and first floor all the way to the beach. I was able to curate about, I want to say close to 200 artists from different chains and genres on about 13 different screens. And that was fun. So this year we have like different galleries doing different stuff from around the country. So it's going to be really interesting. This year it's going to be a very space kind of a space theme with we have a kind of a launch happening. I think it's Falcon 9 at the end of the year. I happen to be one of the artists that's gonna be on there. That stuff is going to the moon. That's kind of crazy even to say. And just a lot of cool stuff. Art Basel is just a lot of interesting people that come from all over the world. Some to party, some to buy art, and some to exhibit art. And it kind of reminds me of how Miami Beach was in the 90s, in the 2000s, very bohemian, where you had people selling art in the alleys and everywhere. It was very, very cool. So for that 1 week, it's kind of cool. It's just a lot of digital art, honestly, has kind of taken over. And I think Art Basel itself has felt that, which last year they took up an entire corner of the convention center. This convention center is pretty big as far as Miami's concerned. And they had an entire digital art just exhibition, which they've never really had before. So the digital art aspect is affecting the moguls, should I say. So yeah, I hope I answered your question.
Man, it makes you just want to go. What can I say? I want to be there now. I'm in Phoenix. I'm in the desert. You're talking about a beach. I want to be there.
Dude, let's go. Come on. I got tickets for different things. Anyone who's gonna show up, I want to see. And whatever it is you do, okay, if I could and I had the budget, you know what I would do? I would take Teztone and have it live on stage, where he's doing his stuff, and he's talking, doing his stuff. He has the screens going. Maybe you have your actual artists working, stuff like that. These are the kind of stuff I want to see. Stuff that we do individually, let's do it in IRL.
I was literally thinking that. Yes.
The symmetry of chemistry, right, through frequency. So yeah, dude, like I love what everyone's doing, and I try to support and as much as possible. But yeah, we got to do that. We got to do that because yeah. But yeah, man, you should go come.
Watching Teztones perform live, like actually live, not via stream, like on a stage. We got to do that at TezCon last summer, and oh my God, it was entertaining and amazing. It was you couldn't take your eyes off of it. You had no idea what was happening, but it was amazing.
That sounds dope, because imagine if, like, let's say ESPN or whatever sport thing, they have people, boom, analyzing, talking about, oh, look what happened here. This guy's helmet just flew off, blah, blah, blah. But we have that happening where there's actual art being produced, whether it's music or, just aesthetics happening in real life. I want to see more of that. And I need to look up that video of that, because I definitely want to check that out.
It was, I think we streamed some of it. I'll have to dig through the archives. If I can find a good recording of some of it, I will send it your way. My sound did not come out. I'm still hoping my buddy MB will send me this raw dump of audio he says he has. He's been going through it for a while, though. Got my fingers crossed.
Awesome.
But yeah, man, I think Teztones would be an amazing live show. I think that would be crazy. Like as a setup, like you would go to a concert and you would watch a band perform, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 LPs. You'd watch, their top single seated in between there, and maybe even watch a couple advertisements, because that's what they do now. I could totally see Teztones being a full blown production that runs on stage, and I'm sorry, I'm loving it.
No, yeah, it's like I'm thinking almost like a hackathon, right? Where it's like, okay, everyone's kind of working on their stuff, and it's like there's these different, like, let's say, stages and stuff. So I don't know. I kind of thought about it, spoke with somebody about it not too long ago. They're like, yeah, that would be really dope, and I think it will catch on. I think it would definitely catch on.
It would definitely be something I think more people would want to get involved with, because it's just it's more clear what the picture is. It's terrifying to say, hey, do you want to join a competition league where we make something? That's hard to articulate, really, like the nuance and context. Hey, you want to join my team? Like, I don't know, man. What's the easy way to say that? Do you have like a good easy way to ask that?
Is that a Teztone?
Either one of you, man. I mean, seriously,
I'll be honest with you. There's the aspect as a producer, right? There's the aspect of, can we get a crowd in here to watch this? Like, okay, tonight, just give you an example. Tonight is synth night over at in Wynwood Art District in Miami, and guys and girls show up with their machines, no laptops allowed, and they have, and they start performing, you know, cranking noise, doing all kinds of crazy shit, and there's a stage for it, and then there's someone being prepared for the next one, and this thing is being documented, and then it's also a bar, and it's also whatever. So whatever's happening in that place is being syndicated throughout the bar, even in the bathrooms or whatever it is, you know what I mean? And people are watching it. So there's the voyeur aspect of it, and then there's actually, like you're saying, the people who are actually doing it, And I think, yeah, I'll let Hash answer the rest.
Oh man, well now that's just so much more to think about. You can't do that. Yeah, I think there's so much room for this all to evolve. For us, yeah, the short pitch is kind of evolving, but generally it's just calling it a sports league for artists where people create and the art itself is the competition with live matches. You try to give them real quick. What I've realized is you want to give them something that makes them ask questions as opposed to try to give them everything at once. If you give them like it's like a sports league for artists where the art is the competition, they're like, wait, what? So instead of trying to bombard them with everything, just give them enough so they start asking more questions. And if they're curious enough, then they'll maybe want to join us.
Look at you. Got the posture proper. I love it. Yep. You got it, man. Don't be wet noodle. Now, I feel terrible, Rubus. You've been sitting up here quietly, enjoying the conversation, being so patient, and I have yet to call on you. And so I'm going to skip you right now. I'm going to go on. No, I'm kidding. Rubus, how are you?
Thank you for the awesome intro. No, like you said, I've just been enjoying because I think everyone knows I'm a huge fan of Testones. I've been following since the preseason where Manny was also there. I believe it was, you say 3 seasons, but I think that was something even before that. And just this week, I've been buzzing Ashburn that I want a live show on his metaverse. I'm not so ambitious to do a live thing. I think logistically it will be complicated because the artists are all over the world. But they have an awesome space, a metaverse that Ashburn created, where we spend a lot of good time on previous seasons. And I was just trolling him to find somehow a way to display what we see on YouTube there so we can physically, virtually be on an arena or a showroom with other people dancing and laughing and watching the live. It would be awesome. In my opinion, I'm not sure if it's really hard to do, but remembering what we had on past seasons, it would just be great. And yeah, I can't wait to have the songs minted. And kudos to Ash Brown. Is an awesome, how do you say, the people who is presenting, a host is an awesome host. And I really enjoy having the weekends filled with Testones behind the scenes, like our soundtrack for the weekend, actually, here at home. So it's been great. But the reason I wanted to come up here is because tomorrow we will premiere a new bot that Skulls Army created and for TTC. And it's really cool because the bot, it reads our wallets, and it's something that we'll be doing on the Artist Week we do monthly, where you just need to name that artist. So you'll get a picture of a random NFT on TTC wallets, and you'll have 4 options to select the artist. So I believe it's a great thing for the artists. It's awesome for everyone who has Discords, because the bot, like everything Skulls does for TTC, is open source. So you can go on to our GitHub and use the bot on your own server and even change anything you want to do with it. So I wanted to publicly thank Skulls for another cool bot. He also did another one. Miguel, help me with the name. Rich Preview, where you basically on Discord, you type a link for Object or Taya or any other marketplace or minting platform, and you get the whole information from the NFT, like editions who sold it, the floors, all the information about the artists. So it's a really cool thing. They are all for free to use on TTC's GitHub. And tomorrow at 7 and 19 UTC, we will try the bot for the first time since we are on Artist Week. I also would like to invite all the artists here to join our space on Thursday. It will be co-hosted with Rick Darkwill, and it's an open space for any artists who wants to join us and talk a bit about their arts. And if you need a translator, just let us know. We'll find one. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Rubus. So, what time does Skynet become aware tomorrow?
It will be at 19 UTC, and we will announce it during the night. We haven't still selected the prize. We are still on spooky season, so expect some spooky NFT. We're just not sure which one. And yeah, I think it will be fun. And it's another great way to showcase all the artists that we try to support on our sad threads and all the others who donate to us. So it's another way for people to see their art also.
Now, you're still doing like if they vote on it, poker and all that other stuff too, right?
Yes, every week we pin our calendar for the week with all the activities that we are hosting. We have games every day. We try to do them, especially the poker games. Every week we change the time of the game. So one week it's a 15 UTC, another week at 20, another week it's at 1 a.m. So basically it's already Saturday for us. And on the fourth week, because some people are complaining, they don't like poker, whatever. So we open on the fourth week, we open a poll so people can choose from different options what game they want to play on Friday nights. And I gotta say, for the past 3 weeks, I believe poker has won. So basically, we have poker at midnight again. But this week, we'll introduce this new bot as an option. So you can do, you'll be able to choose from between the free poker game, name the artist, the new bots, the Rumble Royal that has the twists on Fridays because we play 3 rounds and we score people according to Eurovision style. And only after 3 rounds we get to winners. And we also have another bot. It's a Tezos bot that OPEC created. The bot is filled with the drawings that MacZ does for the Tezos Gartic. So basically, it's a party game, but all the drawings are related to Tezos, and they are handmade by MacZ. So it's a dedicated game for the Tezos ecosystem. So those are the options. And we try to have fun on our Discord, and because the TTC is for everyone, all our bots are open, so anyone can start the game if they want. The ones we start, we give out prizes. But if you want to do a new drop and you want to do a game to give your art to the winner, you can just go on to TTC and do that. So, like I said, everything we do is open to everyone. So just take advantage of it, basically.
My smile is just bigger and bigger and bigger the more and more stuff you talk about. You guys are doing amazing over there at the TTC. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. If you haven't checked them out, please go check out Rubus. Check it. She'll send you the right way. I promise you, the community's amazing. Doll keeps threatening me if I don't play the poker game. I don't know. I just don't know. But I'm excited. You guys are doing amazing things. Thank you so much, Rubus. Well, go ahead, Rubus.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out that we also did for the community, open to the whole community, a Tezos event calendar. I'm not sure if it's on the list. Yes. There you can click on it and you can see all the new events. But you can also submit all the events you're doing. If you're hosting spaces, if you're doing a giveaway, a new drop, hosting a game, doing a real life event, whatever you're doing that people can join and be aware of, you can go onto the Tezos.com and submit your own event. So, and then you can import it, all the events to your calendar. And for me, in my opinion, it's a great tool, but it only works if the whole community chips in. So we have a feedback also if you have any suggestions, any news. Speaking of news, there's also a news aggregator there, so you have no excuse to say you don't know what's going around. It links directly to the sources. We don't want to take traffic for anyone creating content. So you get a glimpse there, but you are directed to the sites where people are actually posting that stuff. And when you submit an event, it's automatically pushed to Twitter on the Tezos event handle. So it's another way for us to try to help people to get awareness of the stuff they are doing. So yeah, just do that. And we're also being very fortunate to be invited to do a curation also for Art on Tezos. And we're finally starting to introduce the artist. We've just presented the second artist today, and we'll be doing that for the next days. And it will end on a space on the 30th with some of the artists on the curation that are awake at 17 UTC. And we'll be there to speak about their art and their curation and stuff like that. So thank you all for somehow being part of us and getting along with us and supporting TTC. And thank you for the CRP award this month. It means a lot because it's the only income source we have to buy art and give out art we buy. So thank you very much for all the support we get from the community. And I'm done. Thank you.
Nope, keep going, Rubus. No, I'm kidding. You're great. Thank you so much. It's awesome that we're even able to give those awards out. And remember, those are based on what other people say. They're not. We don't have this like conference and go like, well, I think we should make sure Rubus gets one. No, this is your peers pointing. I mean, we think that. I'm not saying we don't, but that's not how the process works. So. Which is a good reminder. If you do know somebody in the community that you wish to recognize, we do have this thing called the Tezos Community Rewards Program. You can tag their post with the hashtag TezosCRP. You could just nominate them. We have a short form over on our website over at tezoscommons.org. Just let us know. We want to recognize these people, and unfortunately, we only have 2 eyes each. You guys have more eyes than us combined, so you could see a lot more than we can. And there's a lot of psychological blindness, right? We think we see a lot, but we don't see anything. So we need your help. I mean, we only have like 6 winners in this space, at least, like right now, I think. So I think this program is kind of an important one. It's sort of been around since, the beginning. I remember back in the days when I was just a lurker and I would see these announcements for this program. I never that's insane. Who would, and now I'm watching people all around that definitely deserve it. So you guys, it's an amazing little program. Make sure you guys take advantage. Nominate the people you think deserve, because they do deserve the recognition, and you have that power. You have that ability to recognize them publicly through us. So please do.
Can I just add something to that?
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
Because I feel you. I when I do my nominations, I feel like I'm leaving a lot of people out, and I'm sure that's a lot of people I don't know of. I saw a post today where people were discussing the CRPs, and some people are rightfully complaining that they contribute and no one nominates them. I think that sometimes we just don't know what's happening. So I know it must be really strange to self-nominate. I never did it, but that's a way for maybe help us get eyes on what you are doing. So I strongly incentivize those who are doing stuff and don't get noticed enough or don't get nominations to please self-nominate. No one will, at least I won't judge you for that. I will thank you for letting me know that you are contributing, and I will vote for you also. So I know it's strange. I feel like if I were in that position, I don't know if I would self-nominate. but there's also a form for that, so you don't need to do it publicly. And I'm sure that those who are evaluating the situation, even if they just get the self-nomination, if the people's work are actually good, I believe they would get the reward also. So that's just something I wanted to add for the discussion.
Self
I can totally
nominations,
confirm. I can totally
100%.
confirm that there are winners probably every month that are from self nominations, especially when they, provide actually with links and stuff. There's nothing wrong with self nominating with nominating yourself. If you did something and nobody else noticed, as Ruby said, there are so many good people that bring value in the community that it's only natural that sometimes some of them will be missed. So don't feel bad. 100% go and nominate yourself if you feel like you did something of value for Tezos, and nobody else nominated you. Also, I want to remind that there is the type form. It's not just the nominations we see on Twitter, right? So you can go to the type form to self-nominate yourself, and there are people that might have nominated you through the type form. Sometimes you will see some winners that you won't find any Tezos CRP hashtags on X, right? But there will be nominations for them on type form. So yeah, a lot of variables, but the point is, don't feel bad for self-nominating.
I
I
think
would
we.
respect you
Oh, go ahead.
if you self-nominate. I
I
was
do
gonna
it all the
say,
time.
I done it once, felt icky about it, but that's just me. Um, I mean, it's not even a bad idea to tag like previous winners, just so you can see so you can have like more eyeballs in the post, because chances are that again we don't really know, or we're at the mercy of the algorithm, which makes us not know, which is just a whole mess on its own. So it might not be a bad idea to tag previous winners, or just even like reach out to them, just so you can get more eyeballs in what you're doing. Just
Mhm.
consider it.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
think it
because
might also be helpful. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I think I didn't really understand what you mean. Like in the post when we announced the winners to tag the previous, or like what do you mean? Or it
So
wasn't directed to me.
no, it wasn't directed to you. It was just like in general. So like the
Oh,
nomination
okay.
process for those that are like self-nominating, and um, there's like no traffic for their post or anything like that because of like the platform visibility and the mercy of the algorithm. Thank you, Musk. It might not be a bad idea to like tag previous winners, just like one or two, and that way they can amplify your post or even just showcase what you've done or will be doing. So we can help with like the nomination process too. We can nominate you too. So yeah.
And
Yeah,
it might
but
also be helpful to make some sort of page available with all of the previous winners as well, so that
there is
folks
already
can
one.
check.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
there
like
is?
the
Where?
blog. The blog.
I think
Uh,
OPEC
Oh,
did
on the
one.
blog.
No. OPEC made one. OPEC made.
Oh, beautiful.
Huh?
Yeah. Let me find actually. I can't find it now.
This is excellent news. I'm going to be
I think it's
perusing.
Purple Matters here. Purple Matters.
I think it's
purplematter.com. Yeah.
Yeah. It only has the new categories because the program has been running for a long time, and at the start there were different categories that no longer exist. So maybe the early winners might not be there, but for the current system, the new categories that are currently in place, they're all there on the tool.
Yep. So crp.purplematter.com. If you want to go check. You actually built it pretty well with filters and stuff. You can search for specific users and stuff. But yeah, I wanted to reemphasize about the hashtag. I do see randomly many times, I'm scrolling through a bunch of posts, a bunch of communities, and I do see many posts, many people nominating people without the hashtag. And those are like sometimes impossible to find unless you randomly, see them. So yeah, do use the hashtag. And also, because X is very weird, sometimes it gives results from inside communities. For example, I see stroke driven down here. I see that people are nominating inside the Tezos Artist Network. Sometimes the X algo and the search tools and everything don't bring out those nominations. So make sure you add the Tezos CRP hashtag so it makes it easier, and we make sure none of them are missed. And yeah, I've also tried AI tools, as like complementary to try and uh, cross check if I'm missing anything and stuff like that. But still, some of them get missed, and I randomly find them. Just wanted to put that out there as well. And I see Tech Mental with his hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that there were some standards that were brought up in the last couple of weeks. I think Stroke and a couple of people brought them up that I believe Elon had mentioned to start using less hashtags. And I know what you're talking about, right? Because hashtags were just old school keywords, right? Divided by commas, right? How we use keywords within, when we mint stuff, how
Right.
things are found. But for some reason, I've noticed, and I started to practice in the last 2-3 weeks, not using hashtags and still trying to get that particular word. For instance, the glitchtober. I tried my best not to use the hashtag, right? And it still got picked up, right? So what they're saying is that using hashtags within Twitter X today, can deboost you and actually almost, I guess, behind the scenes flag you, which we could have a more a better talk about this, because I think we need to start experimenting. But I know what you're talking about. How else do you find it? I think
Yeah. So
go ahead.
when you're making a post that you wanna have more exposure on and you wanna better reach, yeah, it's not good to use hashtags because, as you said, Elon, is not a fan of them. They are, removing them from the
They're
platform and
ugly.
stuff. Yeah, but for this program, as you said, it is used as a keyword. So when you nominate somebody, you don't want. I don't think the goal here is to get as many people to see that post. It's to make us see that post. When we are searching for those nominations, in a way. So unless it deboosts you, which I don't know if it is true. As you said, there are changes going on.
I don't think replies technically can deboost you if you're interacting with those replies. It can, but
Yeah.
people replying to you shouldn't affect the visibility. In fact, if people reply to you, it's usually better. Ooh, maybe Stroke has something to say about it. Transitioning. Welcome to the stage, Stroke Driven. A lot of people dropped your name today. Welcome, welcome. How are you?
Hello, hello. I had to come out with like I am not, and this is the disclaimer. Like I am never going to tell anybody. I'm never going to advise anybody to use a hashtag. I do want to dare everybody in here right now to go into the search and type in Tezos CRP, no space, and you will see all the tweets, hashtags or not, everything shows up there. I'm not sure about the communities not showing up. That I would have to look into, but no, big time no on the hashtags. They are deboosting posts and they're flagging accounts as spamming. And if you continue to do so, you will lose your account to suspension or full termination.
Oh, dip. It actually worked because I was trying the hashtag before and it only brought in like a few posts, not that many. So hashtag is a no-no.
That'd be fantastic if you actually got the search fixed.
Yeah,
You're
like
expecting too much.
if they made it easier. Yeah.
Yeah. So no hashtag. Okay.
Yeah, and we might even have to kind of rethink now that Elon, is trying to get the hashtags off the platform. Maybe we will have to also reconsider on how we can implement it in on X, because there is always obviously the type form that you can go and nominate people from there. But yeah,
Just type in Tezos. Just type in Tezos CRP. Just without the hashtag. That's all. It's that simple. It'll show up in the search just like Type Mental just said.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Yep.
But what I was going to suggest is, Kryptonio, if there's, let's say there's a specific a theme, right? Okay. And now you know that specific word. It's almost like, reprogramming our heads, right? Just do that specific word just without the hashtag, right? And it's like where Tezos is going to lead you down the, the 7-year, 8-year rabbit hole, right? Where it's more concise, more specific for what you're looking for, then that'll be a great experiment right there. And to start doing that without the hashtag, and it should weed out from everything in general of Tezos. Maybe that can start working for you.
Yeah, we will have to play around and see what works and what not, because it's also, we need to remember that the hashtag is not meant only for X. It's for Discord, it's for Tezos Agora, it's for Reddit. We have like a bunch of different platforms that we have to do it, and we have to see if it works for all of them without the hashtag, or how we can implement it. If we will have to have different implementations on each platform and stuff. But I will definitely bring it up to the team, because yeah, I'm here speaking, but it's not just me around the Tezos CRP. Yeah. Yes, Rock, go ahead.
Other platforms, TikTok, Discord, everywhere else, many hashtags, lots of hashtags. It's just here on this platform. And that's until further notice, because the algorithm code continues to change.
Right.
As soon as somebody has a titty attack around here, it'll
Yeah.
probably be reversed by tomorrow. But as of now, no fucking hashtags. And I say this, and I'm not talking out of my behind.
Wow, that's fair. That's fair.
I say this because I lost this account at one point for close to an entire year due to quote unquote spamming that I never did or never thought I did. And it was because of that. And the links on the main post and stuff like that. So
yeah, there are a bunch of little things you need to be
Yes.
aware of.
Also, links are kind of different now because they don't take you off site anymore. They just put your post at the bottom of the screen and you scroll in app. So I'm not sure what links do anymore. Nikita changed that.
Yeah, every day is something new. Every day is something new, but I stay on top of whatever
Appreciate
the code
you for
is.
that.
And I am so not tech savvy at all. I do not understand code, but I had to make myself understand what the hell the code was saying.
Girl, you're
using,
playing the game and you're playing it well. You play games well. That's the important part.
I'm
Don't
like,
matter if you know
I am
code.
going on Chat GPT and go on Codex and translate whatever the hell this is saying. I need to know what the hell is going on. Every time I hear the code is updated, I'm going in to find out what it is.
Just to check, Techmental, you still have your hand up?
I do not. I have something to say, but go for it.
Okay.
I'll say it
No,
after.
no, it glitches, but that's why I asked if you had your hand up. So, but anyway, yeah, you can go.
No, I was just gonna say, it's funny. Bank said about the links, and I have a domain that I have domains for specific projects for every project. So, and experimenting the last couple of years with the dot page for the Tez really works as well. But I've always thought, like, at least if it's not Twitter, X, or something else, we should have an embed feature for domains where it won't take up the amount of characters, within your post, and then by putting the domains within an embed, there it already solidifies that it's not going to a bad site or stuff like that. But we're not the ones that build out this thing. But for people who are building out in other platforms, I think that's a better way to go, almost on that forum style where you have to embed the domain, and that way it's a good link.
I see Ryan Tanaka has joined us. How goes the live stream world, sir?
Not live streaming today, so I can speak more freely. Thank you. Oh man. Yeah, nice to see everyone here. Been a very different mind space because starting tomorrow we're gonna like officially start fundraising for Taya Cafe. So I'm trying to get ready for that. But I do have something to announce to people. I made like a really long post about it. I don't think anyone read it, but um, basically one of my friends that I've known in crypto for a long time. He's actually like a startup and like IP lawyer, and he's currently raising money to do an AI startup. And if you see it in any of my posts, I'm pretty skeptical of the whole thing, right? but it's not that the tech is bad, but it's the way it's done right now, which I'm pretty unhappy with, right? Since I'm working on copyright and like royalty stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of say that because to kind of reassure the artists that he's one of the good guys in the space, and he spent his whole life like defending artists from the the Hollywood and the industry, right? The practices they have there aren't like the most favorable. So he's working on an AI startup, and I just talked to him like a long time yesterday, and he's expressed interest in connecting LLMs with the Tezos data sets, the blockchain data sets. So I sent him a link to like Tea's API, but we're just kind of brainstorming right now. So if anyone has any ideas about like what we could potentially do with this stuff, I'd love to hear them. So yeah, that's why I kind of came up here and like, yeah, if you have any, like anything goes really, so yeah, I don't know. For me, like the first thing I asked him was like, can we do a search engine for sites like Taya or Object, and they're kind of like looking into it right now. So
Like a smart blockchain explorer, like an AI assisted blockchain explorer.
yeah, because if like there's a lot of great artworks out there, right? Like that has minted on Tezos throughout the years, but finding them is kind of difficult, right? It's yeah. So you know what I mean? Like if you go on Taya, our search engine is like almost non-existent, I mean, we've been meaning to like do an upgrade to it for a while, but search is not easy, right? Like it's not an easy thing to build. So thought like, okay, well maybe we can leverage some of that technology and see what would happen, right? Like maybe it can just be like something very simple, like, hey, give me a list of works by this artist that have sold more than 2 copies, or I don't know, right? So like AI can be like really good with that kind of stuff. If you keep the data sets like specific enough, right? Uh, he said like, oh, AI works best in deterministic systems, right? So yeah, that's it. That's kind of just wanted to ask around about that, and you guys were here, so
It sounds like fun, man. That sounds like a fun coffee shop conversation. Not really a
yeah.
3-minute brainstorm on a space. Just saying.
Uh, oh, I know. I'm not expecting all the answers right now, but if you are interested in any way, let me know. Like DM me or something, and I'll pass the ideas along, because part of so this guy's really serious, okay, about the whole crypto thing. Like we've known each other for like 10 years now, and he was there in the early days along with me, and he's seen all the crazy stuff I've done over the years, But this is a guy that represents celebrities, you know, and I've met famous people through him. I was able to like meet Shaheem from like Wu-Tang Clan at NFT NYC like a couple years ago. So that was an interesting experience. Like I'm not one to like gush over celebs and stuff, but they do have followers. So if we play our cards right, you know, maybe we can get interest. You know, on my end, I'm trying to get those people to give Tezos a chance because I really, even now, I still do believe like this is where they can get the most protection, right? Because we're as creatives, we're used to getting the short end of the stick, and we can use blockchain to like protect ourselves, right? And oh man, but I'm going to have to pitch that to people who are largely skeptical of the whole crypto thing. You know, they're just like kind of stressing me out, but I feel like it needs to get done. You know, so
Well, focus on the strengths. Obviously, cater to their objections and use judo to defeat them before they bring them up.
you start with an apology. That's all. That's the reality.
No, don't start with an apology. That's terrible posture, you wet noodle.
I hear you gotta at least be willing to show that. Okay, I hear you. Yeah, that whole.
Well, you have to establish that most crypto is a scam. You have to establish that.
Yeah, and I have.
But don't do it apologetically, because then it sounds like you're part of it.
But no. But I'm like, okay, you're right. Don't apologize. I'm like, yeah, I know what's going on over there.
And it may not even be true that most crypto is a scam, but that's what they believe. So you have to let them. You have to validate that before you even begin. You have to meet them there.
It's not most. It's more like 50-50, huh?
I really don't think you should be leading with that statistic, especially in a meeting.
I'm just saying this because of you guys, but you know what I mean.
Just replace NFT with RWA, and then everybody would be cool.
Do you want more money? Do you want to be the pioneers of a new industry?
Yes, I do want more money, actually.
Not you. See, I'm even selling you on this shit, and I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
If anyone here knows any investors, so I should also show for Tea Cafe, try and get used to that. But we're so Tea Cafe. What we're doing right now is like totally different, but we're pitching ourselves as being a open source startup, right? A lot of the work that we've done with improving Tea. On the back end, and a lot of the things that we want to get paid for that, because there's a lot of projects that need serious funding, right, to get done. So like building indexers, that's a lot of work. We're going to be we'll be looking for grants, and it's an unusual way because we're not selling ourselves as like a typical startup company, right? Where all the work that we're gonna do will go directly to the benefit of the community. So if you know any crazy VCs that think that way, please let us know.
Man, so was this your dry run? Was that it? Was that your elevator pitch? Did you just practice it on us? Is that what just happened?
Yeah, pretty much.
You need work,
Have
buddy.
music in the.
He
needs music in the background and confetti.
I do.
Well, we'll have a convo about posture, buddy. I got you. No worries.
Okay. Yeah, it does not come naturally to me, as you can tell. Whoa.
Ryan, isn't Agora an option to ask funding for that, for instance?
Oh, we're going to ask them too. Yes. You're buzzing.
Where is that coming
That's
from?
Rubus. I don't know what's going on, girl. Your mic is buzzed.
Probably.
Now, hold on. I got to interrupt. This is really important because I just can't leave this. Mi Retratito has joined us up on stage. Hello. Welcome. Just want to say hi. You are recognized.
Hello, Blanks. Is that Joshi behind Tessa's cover? Yes. Hello, everybody.
So
Hi. Oh, it's not Joshi. Well, I just jumped up briefly because if you allow me, I want to say thank you to this amazing lady, stroke driven. She received the reward and she has been all morning giving it back to the community. I don't know if she left something for her or not. This is really amazing. She has been supporting mainly a lot of emerging artists that some have many years, but they aren't or don't have time to, or don't have good connections or whatever, or it's difficult, etc., etc. But she has been there all morning doing this one after another, and it has been crazy. And yes, so Tess Commons, keep on giving her the reward. No, I'm joking. But this is amazing. It's worth it when it's given back to the community. And yes, yeah, I'm kind of emotional right now, so I'm going to leave it just there. But thank you, and thank you, Love Stroke Driven.
That was amazing. Thank you, me. That was awesome.
oh, I see her again. I think she might have had like connection issues, maybe.
Well, I noticed we're like an hour and 40 minutes into this bad boy. I know, like I said, the show doesn't really get started for the first hour, and now we're close to that 30, 40 minutes in that Wise likes to say no more, so we're getting close.
And she's gone too.
Yeah, she dipped. It's too long.
Oh, she stuck to her word.
She
I
did.
can
Good
respect
for
it. I
her.
can
She,
res-
I, she stuck
can
it out a
respect
long
that.
time. She's got to. I guess she has to recondition those Spaces legs. They're a little weak still. Too much running.
Mm.
She's doing great. Well, folks, I do appreciate you joining us today. Crutonio, is there anything else you want to talk about? I mean, we've covered quite a bit.
Well, I think it was pretty nice catch up today. We did have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 7 topics to touch on in case we didn't get a lot of traction, but getting traction from the community is always better. So
Yeah.
those topics are less important.
Well, I mean, they're important. They're not as important as what you guys have going on. This show has always been about you guys.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's going to wrap it for this week's community call. Big thanks to everyone who came through, shared updates, or just listened in. These conversations only work because the community shows up. If you missed part of the space, we'll have the replay up here. I also have it on YouTube. And if you want to stay on top of what's happening between shows, make sure you're following Tezos Commons for updates, features, and the next lineup of shows. We're back every Tuesday with new stories, new projects, and plenty to talk about. Until then, stay curious, stay connected, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining.